Welcome to the Hey Howdy Hi podcast. My name is Sierra Guajardo and I am your host. And today we're keeping it chill. We're just going to have some fun. We're just going to have some girl time, do a little chit chat. So let's get right into it. My drink of the day is a 7 Brew. We're not going to talk about it. The 7 Brew, the 7 Brew drama is ridiculous at this point. Let me just tell you what I got. I got a sugar-free Tiger's Blood 7 Brew Energy with a little bit of cream. I know my last episode, I literally dogged on 7 Brew, but I dogged in their coffee, and their coffee is just not for me. But this 7 Brew Energy, it's really good. I just love me some Tiger's Blood, you know? So in today's episode, I just wanted to sit and chat and talk. It's freezing cold outside, so what better thing to do than just, bed rot, couch rot. I've been literally couch rotting all day. It's freezing cold outside. It's like 30 degrees today. But we're going to have some fun. I asked a few questions on Instagram and on TikTok to see if there's anything y'all wanted to know. I want to just get down in the dumps and just deep with whatever the heck. Oh my gosh, did y'all see that there's like a Gulf Coast idol? That's kind of cool. And I'm kind of intrigued, but I probably won't do it because I'm a shy girl. I asked on Instagram a few questions if there's anything you wanted me to answer, and I got a couple of them. So let's just get right into this. First one is from Bianca Danielle. She said, "What is your ultimate goal? Is it content creation or owning a boutique business of some sort?" That's a really good question. So, my ultimate goal, gosh, I have no idea if I'm being so honest. I have a lot of like mini goals, one of them being this podcast. Another one, honestly, like when it comes to like content creation and like my platform, I don't really have like I can't say by this year I want to hit blank number of followers because I really don't care. I don't care how many followers I have. That's awesome. I'm thankful for that. But I don't have a goal as far as like content creation. I would say my goal is to just spread a good message and spread positivity and to just, make this town and other people visiting this town just familiar with the stuff that we have going on around here. So I really just want to just, spread the love for all of us together. That's kind of my goal for content. I do love collabing and connecting with local businesses and even big businesses. I've had a few companies reach out to me and I think that's so fun, but I love like sharing that with others too. Like every time I get some PR, I'll literally send it to all of my friends like, "Here, take this, take this, take this." I just love sharing the wins with everybody. So, and then the second part was or owning a boutique business of some sort. So, oh, I never ever wanted a storefront ever. Ever. When I started Hey Howdy Hi, Western wear. I I'm still doing hats. I am. We're on a little pause. We'll get into that later. We're on a little pause with the hat bar. We're on a little pause all of the shirts. I still have shirts that I'm making and sending out to customers. But as far as like owning a boutique business, I've never wanted a storefront. Mainly because like I can't even wrap my brain around that. Like I can't even think about something like that. Like that just sounds unattainable to me, which is how I know it's possible. I feel like the scarier the dream, the more like you could reach it, honestly. If it's too easy, then don't even, like it has to be you have to be scared of your dreams in order to even hit them, I feel like. But I've never ever wanted a storefront until one day I literally just like this thought came into my head of having a storefront and here downtown in Corpus, and it's not, I don't want it to be a hat bar. I would love like a little corner to be hat bar because that's where I started, but I don't want a boutique of like clothes. I want it of things. Like I want just like fun western and funky like knickknacks, and I want to sell boots and like yes, cowboy hats, all the fun stuff like that. But in the back of the store, I want it to be kind of like a cute little mimosa cowgirl bar where bachelorette parties can be held, and then in the backyard there'll be like a venue outside so like you can have performances outside. Like I have this whole thing planned in my head, envisioned. That is a dream. Will it ever happen? I don't know, because that sounds so scary and intimidating. And I also don't want to own a bar because I feel like it can kind of sound like I own a bar. I don't want to own a bar, but I would love to own like a boutique venue to host like bachelorette parties because we really don't have anything like that in town. Bachelorette or even like engage like for girls like a little girls place. You know what I mean? Like I think that's actually really cool. I would love to do something like that. Someone's gonna steal my idea. Go ahead, because I'll go to it anyways. But I think that's kind of like my goals and like my dreams as far as like hey howdy hi. But I don't have like an ultimate goal career wise. I'm just going with the flow. I really am. And if I feel like the Lord's telling me to do something, then I will literally stop what I'm doing and go do that. So we're just living day by day and we're figuring this out together because I probably should have a plan. I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan for like literally anything. I do, like for my family and stuff, but like for me and this, I don't have a plan. I just go for it. I just do it. Next question is also from Bianca, and she said, how did you get the courage to want to share your life online? That's a good question. I feel like I've always kind of shared my life online. It's crazy because last night my mom and I were going through like my old Instagram stories because before I started actually posting online the way I do now, I would always post on stories all the time. And it would just be like literally anything. Anything. A lot of food. I would always post a ton of food. So if anybody ever says like I'm a out of nowhere foodie, you can go back to my Instagram stories and it was always food. Always food all the time because my husband, he's a big foodie and he just wanted to go to all these places. But I've always shared my life online. I feel like I was kind of born into that era of, social media. Like we grew up with social media. We were the beginning. I don't know. We were the beginning of it. And I feel like it's just been normal to me to just share my life online. And don't get me wrong, there were moments where I was like nervous, like, oh, I'm not going to post this on Facebook, but I'll post it on Instagram, like stuff like that. Cause like, you got your family on Facebook, you got your grandmas over there, and then you got like your bestie in Instagram. So it's like different. But I don't really care. Like, not recklessly, but I just don't really care what people think about me or what I do, like truly. And I really think that confidence and the courage just kind of comes from my faith because I know who God says I am. So why do I care who you say I am? Because you truly don't really know me. Today's local business feature is Luma. Luma is a new wellness studio that is actually opening up January 31st. It's an infrared heated studio. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't have anything like this in town. We do have a few other studios that are heated, but this one is heated and infrared red light. So it's so cool. I recently went to their pop up at Brewster Street. It was a full women's only, like not even women's only, there's men there too. Just full mat Pilates free class. It was crazy. I'm seriously sore right now from that class. It was so much fun. I loved it. And just like seeing the community come together and just like better ourselves, I loved it. I cannot wait for that studio to open. Cami was one of the instructors that I met and she put on a class. Like she let us burn and we were sweating and it was 40 degrees outside, but the studio, we were inside. Brewster's and the garage doors were closed and we were all breaking a sweat. And it just inspired me to get back into Pilates because I love Pilates and I can't wait to do a class heated and in the red light. Oh, I'm so excited. So the grand opening is January 31st. So definitely check them out. Follow them. I can't wait to join a class. I can't wait to just probably join a membership too, even though it's a little bit far away, but I definitely probably will be there a lot. But go check out Luma Studio, give them a follow, and I will see you in class. You only see so much of my life for as much as I want you to see it on TikTok or on Instagram. So I really feel like that courage comes from my faith, like truly. Okay, next question. Elizabeth, she said she wants to hear my testimony. So that's actually in our next episode. I'm going to share my full testimony, and I'm so excited because I love sharing that part, and I feel like we'll just save it for the next episode. But yes. Okay, next question. What are some ways you pour back into yourself during a busy season? I feel, okay, this one, I definitely think, I definitely have times where I am just burnt out. Like, I am so burnt out. I have no inspiration. I just have like no motivation. And I feel like when stuff like, whenever that happens to me, because it happens not a lot, but it's happened enough to where I can notice it, like the issue. When that happens to me, I know the problem is I have not spent time alone, and I haven't spent time like with the Lord by myself, because I feel like I can get so busy, and sometimes business can be a distraction, like it really can. And that's when I feel like my cup is going empty, because truly feel like I pour so much into the people around me when I'm not filling my own cup myself with time alone with the Lord. That's when I feel like I don't want to film anything today. Why do I feel like this? Why do I have like such brain fog? Why do I feel like a cloud's over my head? It's because I'm not taking care of myself. So I definitely feel like, to answer the question, some ways that I pour back into myself is just saying no to a lot of things, because I say yes to everything, but saying no to some things and just taking a step back and having time by myself with the Lord and just prioritizing that, because when I don't do that, that's when I want to stay home, and I don't stay home. I am not a homebody whatsoever. I'm the complete opposite. We're all like that in my family. None of us just stay home. Like, we are always on the go. We wake up, we get dressed, and we're out of the house. We just like to be busy all the time. So that's kind of my take on that. Okay. What's something people assume about you that is completely wrong? Oh gosh, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't like that question. That's actually kind of hard. I wouldn't know how to answer that. Okay. What version of you would 17-old Sierra be shocked by? What version of you would 17-year-old Sierra be shocked by? Okay. I loved when I was 17 was like my peak. I had so much fun when I was 17. Oh my gosh, I think I drove a blue Titan. I loved my Titan. It was a cute little truck. She was blue. I drove that thing around like it was a freaking F-250. I loved it. That truck, I loved that truck. That was my first car. But 17-year-old me, I think she'd be shook. I think she'd be shook right now with what I'm doing. And that's because 27-year-old me right now doesn't even realize what I'm doing. Like, I really don't. It doesn't hit me. I met this girl yesterday at Pilates, and she was so sweet. And she asked me, what is it? She was like, if you don't mind me asking, what does it feel like for your videos to go viral? And I just looked at her because I was like, I don't know, because I don't think about it. And I told her, I said, you can't think about it, because if you think about it, you're going to get a big head, and nobody likes people with a big head, you know? I really don't think about that. But I would say 17-year-old me would be shook. I think she'd think I was cool. And that's because I don't think I'm cool right now. Oh my gosh. What's one decision you made that quietly changed your entire life? Oh my gosh. That's a deep one. I feel like that quietly changed my entire life a lot. A lot of decisions, actually. I would say recently, choosing myself in the sense of the people I surround myself with. I feel like I've always been the friend or the person that I've always let people walk all over. And I never realized that I was worthy of good friendship until I was like, you know what? I think it's time to just take a step back and prioritize myself and my feelings. And I've I feel like this past year, or I would say 2025, was my year of friendships. I prayed so much for the Lord to send me good friendships and good people, because I don't have a sister, and I've always longed for like that sisterhood, and I just prayed so hard for a sisterhood, and I definitely feel like he has sent me several people, and I just feel loved by them, and I that's one of my favorite things about 2025. So I definitely think a quiet decision was for me to just peacefully step away and just choose myself and realize that I'm worthy of good friendship. Ooh, this is a good one. What's something you're still figuring out, even though people think you have it all together? This right here. 1000%. I feel like people think I have this down. I do not. This was like a last minute decision when I started doing this. And now that I'm doing it, I'm like, oh crap, like I gotta go film this week. Like I got an episode coming out this week. And I kind of just go all in. And I kind of like that though. But I don't have this down. I do not have this down. I don't have my content strategy down. I mean, I do. I have that part down. I don't have like a content plan. I don't got that down. And I'm still figuring it out. Some of my videos don't get pushed out. Who cares, you know? But I feel like it might seem that way, but only because I'm kind of like, one, I don't think too hard about it. And two, I do feel like I'm confident in creation and editing. So I feel like that's why it kind of seems that way. But don't get me wrong, sometimes I don't have the confidence, but I feel like it can come off that way. But not every day I'm full of energy and full of excitement to go film. I have my down days and we just figure it out together. But this is definitely something. The whole everything, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. I don't have it down. So I'm still learning as we go. And who knows, maybe at the end of this year, hopefully we grow and hopefully I grow as a creator and as an editor and as just a creative in general because I have a lot of other things I want to do and I just want to be able to do them with excellence and not just carelessness because sometimes I can be a little careless and that's not all that fun. So, okay. What part of your life do you protect the most from the internet? Protect, I don't know. I would say maybe my marriage and my baby. Definitely, because the world is crazy, especially with children, and I will just leave it there. I share him every now and then, and that's because I'll get a lot of people that say, we want to see more of him, we want to see more of him. I share him just a little bit. I don't share too much, and it's really not, you're here on my page for me in the nicest way. Like, how do I say that without sounding weird? Like, you're here on my page to watch my content. You're not here to see my son. And I think that's what you get, you know? And I don't shame anybody that wants to share their children. I share my son all the time, but not a lot, you know? So I think that's one of the main things I want to protect. My marriage as well, but only because my husband, he just likes his privacy. He's not a big, like, camera in your face type of guy, and I respect that. So that's kind of it. Okay. Business tea. What's the real side of content creation nobody talks about? This one's kind of ooh, okay. We're gonna be a little honest right now. This is towards local businesses trying to get their name out there. So I recently had a local business reach out asking for promo. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So the day I was going to post that was the same day another creator posted it. And I was like, now I can't post this. And to them, they don't see it the way we see it. So I'm going to still post it, but not the same day, if that makes any sense. I would say a tip for local businesses, if you want to promote and you want to send out like inquiries to several creators in town, do that, but make a schedule for it. Like say, or let us know that you reached out to other creators because you have to think of the audience. We all have different audiences, but we are all in the same town, and some of the town might follow all of us, and they don't want to see the same restaurant every single day on their For You page. They might, because some of them might take it as a sign of, oh, I need to go to this place, but some of them might be like, I'm not going to this place because that's all the restaurant I'm seeing, you know? So if I see a creator post the same restaurant or coffee shop or business that I was going to post, I'm going to wait a few days because now we all try to be as original as we can. And we all try to push out different content. And we're all different. But just give us a heads up or at least plan it out a little bit more strategically so we can make sure that you are getting the promotion that you want. But we're not going to post it the same day. I'm not. And if I do, it's because I had to meet a deadline or something. But as a creator personally, I don't like posting content that was posted within the last few days because I want to seem as original as I can, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense because I'm not trying to bash anybody. I love seeing content and we all do it. We all do the same. But again, we want to try to stay as original as possible for our viewers and for your business just so you can get the word out there. Truly, I feel like that's not talked about enough. um but another thing that's not talked about enough in content creation is I would say the originality, because there's a lot of people that will get inspired and they'll do it their own way, but it just doesn't land. And I get so excited sometimes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody posted a video. Like, they don't post. Like, I can't wait to see what they did. And sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're not. And I'm like, no, like, you need to think of the viewer. You need to think of, would you watch this as a viewer? You have to be able to look at your own videos and think, like, can I watch this if this wasn't me? Does that make sense? So, like, this one girl, I recently watched her TikTok. She's so cute. But she said, like, come with me to a coffee shop, right? Let's act like I'm in a car right now. Come with me to a coffee shop. I'm at the coffee shop. Here's my coffee. I'm done with my coffee. You didn't take me anywhere but your front seat. Like, no, girl. Like, I know it's shy and I know it's nerve wracking and you're trying to figure it out, but you need to get out of that box. You're already posting online for thousands of people to see. The 4 people that are going to see in that coffee shop, they're not going to remember you. So just do it. Just do it. Originality is definitely hard, but it's not that hard. It's not that hard if you don't compare yourself to people. If, like, I really don't compare myself to anyone, because I don't know, that's not really something I struggle with, but I used to when I was a lot younger. And I feel like once you cross that bridge, you don't think about anything other than, when you focus on your own business and your own stuff going on in your life, you're not going to think about, oh my gosh, this person is doing this and this person is doing this. Like, what about me? No, no, that's just weird. That's weird behavior, and you're better than that. So think highly of yourself, and you will reach higher goals for sure. What's something you did for free that you'd never do again? Oh gosh. Unfortunately, I do a lot of things for free. I do probably too much for free. I really do. I feel too bad charging prices to local businesses, but I need to see my value. I have value. I don't like to say it. I don't like to think it, but I need to remember, like, my platform does have value, and it does bring lines and customers, which is so cool. I love that y'all trust me. But I do a lot of promo for free. I know. That's nuts. That's nuts. I need to not. Okay. Have you ever wanted to quit posting? What stopped you? I've never wanted to quit posting. I've only ever got burnt out because I was tired of, maybe personal life and just work and other things going on, but I've never wanted to quit. If there's a day I don't want to post, I'm not posting. Like, that's that. That's really that simple. Tell us about a time you ignored a red flag. Oh my gosh. How long do you got? That's a toughie. Okay, but okay, yeah, let's talk about this one. This is actually kind of fun. Okay, I was 15. 15? No, no, no. I couldn't have been 15. I probably was like 13, 14, maybe 12. Who knows? I I can't believe we're going to talk about this. Okay. So I used to have a little boyfriend, right? When I was a child. I was a child as a preteen. And I have been serving since I was 12 in the church, and he did not believe in God. And I just ignored it. I ignored it and I just prayed for it. Well, we ended up dating. We knew each other for maybe 10 years, and I always ignored it. I ignored it, and that was still my life, and I still served, and I still went to church every Wednesday and Sundays, and I just ignored that red flag, and it got to the point to where I was in so deep into the relationship when I finally heard the Lord say, like, all right, you got to go. It's time to walk away. It was the hardest thing ever to do, but it was the best thing I ever did. But I will say, don't ever ignore those red flags because it was so hard to walk away. And I was a child. I was like 18. Maybe I was 17. 17 or 18. No, I think I was 18 when I finally like ended the relationship, and it hurt so bad. But I always knew like y'all are unequally yoked. Like he's not on that path that you are. And I hope his path changed, and I just, maybe I wasn't that person to change it, but that was my red flag, and I ignored it, and it burned me. It sure did, and it hurt, but I I had to. I had to. Okay, rapid fire. We're gonna do rapid fire questions. Coffee order right now. Oh gosh. Right now, if I'm at a coffee shop, I'm going to get a quad shot. Let's do a quad shot iced Americano with cold foam. That sounds fire. Oh, that sounds so good right now. And that's because I really, really wanted a coffee, but Adelpho's is closed. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. Like, it's 30 degrees. Don't need an iced coffee. I really wanted it. So I went to Community Grocery. I didn't know they sold matcha. They sold matcha there. I got a strawberry matcha. It was actually very good. Okay, texting or voice notes. It depends who. It really depends who. If it's my husband, it's texting. If it's one of my friends, I would say it's voice notes. I'm both. I would say it's 50-50 on that one for sure. Okay, big dreams or quiet life? Definitely big dreams. I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer. I have like so many new dreams. Like last night, oh my gosh. So we're building on our property right now. I kid you not, I just learned so much about chicken coops because I want to have chickens when we move. Oh my gosh, the amount of information that I just consumed last night about chicken coops and chickens and the different breeds, and you need it's best to have sand than to have all sorts of stuff. I have so many big dreams for that property. I want a chicken. I want my little chicken farms. We're gonna get mini goats. We're gonna get I used to have a garden at my mom's, and she tore it down. It's fine, but I want to have another vegetable garden. Like, I want so many things, but I know that once I do that, I have to stay home. I'm not ready for that. But big dreams for sure. Okay, routine or chaos? I mean, you should know this answer. The answer is definitely chaos. I don't. I did have a routine for sure. Like when the baby was like freshly newborn, we had a good routine, but we also had our own house. So it was a lot easier. Our routine now is just honestly pure chaos, but still kind of in a routine, I would say. But I would, if there's a way I can mesh a routine chaos life, I think I already did. I do think I already did. Because I feel like every single day is different. We wake up, I feed the baby, we get coffee, and then we figure it out. Like, that's really it. Or if Ruben's off, then he makes a call. As long as he gets me coffee, then we figure it out. That's really it. Okay, city girl or homebody? Oh, definitely city girl. Why did I even have a moment? So that was fun. Those are a lot of cool questions. I feel like I feel like content and all of this like day in my life kind of vlogs that I do, they're very real. Like, nothing's staged, and every time I try to stage something, it just doesn't work. I remember one time I did, every time I do an unboxing of something, I have to just, that's the only clip I got. This is a one take thing. A lot of my videos are all one take because I'm not good at faking it. And you can tell when I fake it, it's so bad. It is so, so bad. So that's why, like, whenever I have to do like a brand deal, oh my gosh, it is so hard for me because I will sit there and they'll give me like, sometimes they'll give me a script or sometimes they'll give me like bullet points I need to do. And I'm just like, how the heck am I supposed to do? Like, this is so, I don't know why it's so hard for me to do a brand deal. Or I used to get sent clothes from this boutique and I would have to do like my unboxing of it. I'm so bad at it. Whenever it comes to me having to like keep my phone on a stand and don't move it, game over. Like, I'm going, like, this video is going to take me hours to do. I can film an entire like Target trip in 20 minutes, have it done and edited and posted within the hour. If it's a try on haul or a cooking video with me or anything in that sort, it's going to take me forever because my phone is in one spot. Like when it's like this and I can just free range, like that's so much easier to me than keeping it on a tripod. I don't know why. My brain is just like, it just wired that way. It's wired that way. Okay. What's a habit you know is bad, but you refuse to give up? Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling. It's so bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been very convicted lately because I will be in bed and just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then these last few days, I have been getting the same ad, one, two, three, four, five of the same freaking pair of leggings. And it's like the same, it's like a live or something. Oh my gosh, it's driving me insane. But that's when I'm like, okay, you need to get off your freaking phone. Like it's already midnight. Get off your phone, go to bed. And I can't. I can't. I will just sit there and doom scroll. And I know I need to stop. I'm feeling very convicted. I need to stop. What's your most irrational fear? Irrational fear. I don't know. I don't want to talk about fears because I can get anxiety really bad. What's something you're extremely dramatic about? Everything. Literally everything. Like that's easy. What's a thought you have daily that you'll never say out loud until now? Um, that the Lord's coming today. I think that too often. Like, oh my gosh, I think today's the day. Is today the day? Am I excited? Am I terrified? I'm terrified, but I'm excited. Yeah, I think that might be my, I wouldn't say irrational fear, but I have that thought all the time. All the time. What's the most misunderstood part of being online? Oh, you know what? This one could get me riled up real quick. I would say the most misunderstood part is that we have feelings too. I don't get too many hate comments, I don't. But sometimes I'll get like I'll get a Karen or I'll get a Bob, and they're just like wild. They're wild. And I'm like, why are you? One time this man commented on like one of my Pilates videos, and he's like, I'm not even kidding. The clip was like already a minute in. And he said something about like your form is off. And I'm like, why are you sitting here watching my Pilates video? Like, you're weird. I'm not, my form isn't off. Like, your whole aura is off. But that was so, like, I'll get some wild stuff sometimes. And I think some people just forget. Like, what if I run into you in person? Are you going to say it to my face? Probably not. But I'm just like, they hold their tongue whenever I respond, and I see every single comment. I do. I think I do. I see almost every single comment, and sometimes I'll get an ugly one and I'll just like delete it cuz like who really cares? Or sometimes I'll leave it and I don't have to say anything. People will say stuff for me. And it's just crazy. Like people have the nerve. They really have the nerve. And I'm just like, maybe who do I think I am? But who do you think you are? Like so rude. And another thing is, I don't know. I think they think like, I get a lot of videos like go here next, go try them next, or come here now, like come try this place tomorrow. Like you're gonna pay? Are you gonna pay for my experience? Are you going to like, excuse me? Like they're very like direct and straightforward. Like if you don't come here tomorrow, like I'm unfollowing you. All right, like all right, you're not hurting my feelings at all. But there's a lot of like direct people, and I'm just like, girl, like I got things to do too. I can't just go tomorrow. What's your most toxic trait that you're aware of? Ooh, I don't hold my tongue. I do not hold my tongue at all. If I'm upset, I'm going to tell you right then and there. But I'm learning. I'm learning how to be a Proverbs 31 woman because sometimes I'm quick to anger. If his clothes are on the floor, I'm gonna lose it, and they're always on the floor. And I need to just let it go. I need to let it go. Thank God I have a house, Thank God I have a bathroom. But I'm like, oh my God, put your clothes in the hamper. Definitely, I'm quick to anger. I am quick to anger, but sometimes I have to just like I hear him, and he's just like, stop, like hold your tongue, and I'm just like, I can't. I would say that, and also I'm messy. I'm very messy, but I'm really glad and I'm very thankful that he is not. He is too, but he isn't like a clean freak, and so he won't like get on my butt if like the restroom's a mess or if like I haven't put the laundry away. So I'm really glad that he isn't like like do your laundry cuz I do that man's laundry, I sure do. What's a thought you have at least once a day that would get you canceled? I'm not telling you. I don't even know what it is. Probably a lot. Probably that I'm like uncultured. I'm very uncultured. I'm not aware of like what's going on. So I'll have to have like my husband tell me or my parents tell me. That's probably it. What's the worst advice you've ever followed? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so like growing up, mm, this is just like my take on what happened to me. Growing up, I like to sing, right? So one of my friends, love her, and I know she doesn't mean it ill, had no ill intention when she said this, but I always wanted to learn how to growl when you sing. And that sounds silly, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like Christina Aguilera, like like the grunt, I always wanted to learn how to do that. And my friend, she's so good at it. And I was like, man, I want to learn how to do that. And she had said, um, I feel like if you don't know how to do it, then you won't ever know how to do it. Like if you weren't born with that skill, you're not going to ever have the skill. And I was like, what? So then I ended up learning how to do it. So I think I really listened to her too. So I never tried. I never even went for it. And then I figured it out. So I love her. You know, I love you. I know what you meant. But I think I followed that advice. I would listen a lot to people who would tell me, like, if you don't know already, you're never going to learn. So I was like, oh, okay. That really like shot my confidence when I was like a child. Also, another thing that I would hear a lot when I was a kid was be more realistic, like with my dreams. And I feel like that definitely hit me in the chest because if I never heard that, I probably would have created music by now. And I never did because I heard that so much when I was younger. Like, you need to have a more realistic dream, you need to have a more realistic um, plan. And I know maybe they were saying it because I'm not that good of a singer, but I know what they were saying, like have a plan B, like have a fallback plan on in case it doesn't work out. So I never even tried because I didn't want to fail. So that's that. But now, look at me now. I'm just doing whatever the heck I want. So I probably should have done it a long time ago. Ooh, I like this one. What's a trend that needs to die immediately? Oh gosh. Cancel culture. Definitely cancel culture. Oh my gosh. Yes, that one right there. Cancel culture is wild. Wild. I just feel like there's a lot of hypocrites. There's a lot of hypocrites in the world. And I feel like, why are you canceling somebody for probably the same thing you've done one time? I will say, like, there is, I don't want to say there's a right time to cancel somebody, but you have to have grace. And I know this world does not have grace, but cancel culture is just terrible. I feel so bad for some people because, like, there's just so many different situations I can think about, like, recently that people have gotten canceled for. And I'm just like, are you for real? Like, people will find literally anything to just dog somebody and to just, if somebody is so successful and doing so well, doing so good, that's what people don't like. They don't like seeing success. They don't like seeing this person succeed and hit all of these goals that maybe they want to hit and they're not. So they're going to find the smallest thing that they know, okay, this right here will work. So let's just go with it. And they cancel them. And it's not even one person, it's thousands and thousands of people. And it's crazy. I remember cancel culture started maybe like in the Twitter days. Twitter was vile. Twitter was crazy. I remember when I was in high school, Twitter was like, you would just sit there and you'd see people having like a Twitter war and they were going back and forth just like, oh, it was bad, but it was like at the same time so entertaining. But it was so bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, crazy. And I remember one time I was in a Twitter war. It was so funny. It's so funny to think about it now because, like, I was just like a deer in the headlights. Like, what did I do? Like, what the heck? How is this about me? And it was so funny. But I think cancel culture definitely needs to die. Like, get that out of here. Like, that's so silly. Absolutely ridiculous the way that people can just be. And that's just, I don't know. I just feel like they have a lot of nerve whenever they're behind a screen. And I'm sure there's people that would say it to somebody's face too, but it's just like these people are people too, and sometimes it doesn't end well. So it's like your words have a lot of meaning behind them. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I know it was kind of crazy. It was kind of all over the place. I really just wanted to sit down and chat with everybody, answer a few questions. I know there's so much more that we can talk about. I can't wait for episode 4. I'm going to share my testimony with you guys. And if there's anybody that you want to see as a guest on Hey Howdy Hi, let me know. I have a few people lined up. I can't wait to just see where this journey takes us. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.